Hi there and welcome. It's Catherine and welcome to my weekly vlog. Wow, what a ride. That comes from a quote, and I've said it before, and I'll share it with you once again as soon as maybe towards the end. So I wanted to just say welcome and give people a couple of minutes to get on. We've been having some technical difficulties, but it seems like it's working. If you can hear me, let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you're receiving, the voice and the video okay. Because as I said, we had a few weeks of some technical snafus, but I think it's all been worked out. So I am thrilled to be here with you tonight. It's been a wild and woolly week. Oh, thanks, Jackie. Jackie says everything is okay. Thanks. And thanks, Angela. So it has been a wild and woolly week. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. And I am, I never know how much to say, how much not to say, and when to say it. And somehow it all seems to work out because Lipedema Simplified and Lipedema Project really started out as a personal journey to get some answers because I was losing my mobility and I didn't think that was such a good idea. As I know many of you feel the same. And here we are. I started in, it's hard to pinpoint the date, around 2010 and 11. And it was 2012 when I finally had a diagnosis of lipedema and started to journey. And the community has been so wonderful. And I just wanted to do a drum roll, please. Wherever you are, let's do a drum roll because I want to bring up and introduce Lisa Dore. She is our new managing director, and she's actually been working with us. And many of you may have met her. And she is a leadership development expert. She has been working in leadership development in corporations and especially for women in high tech for the past many years. I don't know how many. I'll let her tell you that because she looks much younger than her experience. And she's been working in corporations such as Microsoft and Amazon and Google and lots of others, and is very much involved in supporting women around workplace issues, and has been just a wonderful person to partner with. And I'm going through all of this because she has been um, working with us behind the scenes, and now she's going to be much more in front of the scenes. So I'm going to bring her up and say, welcome, Lisa.
Hey, Catherine.
We just sent out a press release this week because she is officially our managing director for Lipedema Simplified and Lipedema Project. Can you share a little bit about, maybe your background that I might have missed and a little bit about how we got here?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, how exciting to be on your weekly vlog. I just want to say this is a special moment for me. I've been watching these for so long and now I'm here. So yeah, I've spent the majority of my life in a lipedema body and I didn't know it. And about a couple, maybe almost 2 years now, I found out because my stepmom had the courage and the kind heart to share with me. I think you have this. And I found your documentary, The Disease They Call Fat, Lipedema, the disease they call fat. And for the first time was like, oh my gosh, this is what's been going on in my body. this is what this is. And I was angry and scared and hopeful. Like I had all of it. It was a big mix. Um, the thing about it for me that I'm so excited to just like fast forward is that I'm here because I feel like the universe conspires to our highest and best. And I had been seeing your picture, right, on all the different social media things. And there was a day that I was in a group, a mastermind group we're both a part of. And I saw your picture and I was like, what is she doing in here? Are you Catherine Sayo is in this group? And I was so just drawn to say thank you for the work that you've done, the expertise that you've brought forward, all that you've done with the books, the documentaries, the papers, the conference presentations, your heart, Lipedema Simplified, Lipedema Project. I just wanted to say thank you because of what you've done and who you are. I've been able to own my diagnosis in a way where I'm not just living in shame and blame, and also to step into getting to know my body through a whole different lens. And yeah, so I said, hey, can someone introduce me to Catherine? Because I want to say thank you. And from there, well, you couldn't shut me up. I went on podcasts and started talking about it on my LinkedIn profile, bringing it into our client engagements. And I think the beautiful thing that I would just say, Catherine, that really blows my mind is that at your first Heart to Heart conference that I spoke at, my first, we were sitting around after in the networking zone, and people were saying, what are you really interested in? And I said, I'm interested in helping women thrive at work and not lose themselves to permanent disability because they go undiagnosed and they don't know how to care for their bodies. Because the work world and the professional women that I know, we want to be in our jobs and we want to be great parents and caregivers and spouses and partners and sisters and friends. And what I saw in that moment was a bunch of people saying, oh my gosh, we have to talk about this. And so I thought, well, I already have a platform. I already work inside organizations. We're already helping culture transformation happen on a regular basis. Why not now take my lived experience as someone living with lipedema and presence what it's like to have a chronic illness behind this little screen? And then how might we create a flexible work environment so we can all thrive? And here we are.
And
I mean, there's so much more, but here we are.
and I have to say, I am so excited. And the reason I'm excited is what you bring to the community. You have a way of looking at things where you have a broad view and understanding of what's needed by the lipedema ladies. I have had that as well, but I'm in my 70s. I'm like, all of this happened to me through perimenopause. And while I can look back on it and remember things, to have someone so close to the lived experience helps us to better serve the community. And I think that's the thing that's the most important. Really, just in the short time we've been working together, you've brought so many ideas and ways of serving our lipedema ladies. It's been wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And I have an 11-year-old daughter. And one of the things, Catherine, that inspired me about the work you've done is that I've discovered my disease in my 50s, right? After IVF, after, my career, and then getting into perimenopause and menopause. And I'm thinking, how mad I was that I didn't know sooner because I presented all the signs. It was just never caught. And so if we can help even when it first flares in puberty, and we can help the women as they're navigating infertility and pregnancy, right? And becoming mothers. If we can help all of the generations figure this out sooner, what might their quality of life be and how might they be able to stay in their life and thrive? Where we know through our own lived experience, Catherine, when you finally figure it out in your 50s and 60s and 70s, it's a hard moment when you go, what coulda, shoulda, what about this and what about that? And so one of the things I really appreciate about what we're doing together is we're looking at it through the different generational lenses and the different places where it flares so that we can presence that for everybody. Because especially when you think about how expensive this disease is when you don't have insurance coverage or coverage for the types of treatments, heck, even compression wear until the act that passed last year that they're still working on for compression for lymphatics, right? So I think it's stronger together, and I think all voices count, and we really are so lucky to be looking at it through different lenses together. I'm profoundly grateful and extremely proud that we're doing this work together. It matters deeply.
Oh, so much. And I want to say that we just had a webinar last Monday, so just about a week ago, where Lisa and Sean Bigby, who is called the Lipedema Mama, did a incredible workshop for women. How do you parent and take care of yourself with lipedema? Since we all know taking care of ourselves with lipedema can be a full-time job in and of itself. So the fact that we're starting to focus more and more on intergenerational is fabulous. And
Mm.
as Lisa's working with us, we have a webinar coming up. Siobhan Huggins, who is our research specialist and a specialist in keto, especially, will be this Wednesday. Yep, Wednesday at 6 p.m. And this is the link to sign up. You can sign up for free there. And we continue to look for ways that we can help. That's what it comes down to. Lisa, where do you see us? This is sort of a broad brush stroke, and I know we're going to talk about it more and more, but where do you see us headed?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll be short term and say I see us headed to Germany to present all the research findings from the lipedema project next, what, in a week. I see that happening. Right.
Yes.
And I think one of the things that is so exciting to me about that, especially with Shaban's webinar coming up, is just how much science and clinician expertise combined with the wisdom in each of us through the way that this program runs. I cannot wait to see what happens when these papers get presented. So I see us heading there. And the second thing I see us doing is that really helping elevate and empower women to speak to their doctor in a way that their doctor can hear them and support them, to speak with their family members in a way that their family members can hear and support them, and to speak to their employers in a way that their employers can hear them and support them. Because what I know in my own lived experience is you walk around with shame and blame, that's not going to infuse you with confidence and clarity on how to advocate for your needs. Right. And so I just see us empowering and inspiring women to, own their power, take their power, and actually partner with their primary care providers, with their family members, and with us. I mean, we're in this together. So that's where I see us going.
Oh,
How about you?
I just want to, yes, I'll address that. What you see, the banner, www.lipedema-world-congress.com is the event that Lisa is speaking about. Dr. Carmody, Siobhan, and Lisa are all going and presenting, and we have a paper that's getting presented and several posters, and just interacting with lipedema experts from all over the world. And I could say that our lipedema experts are going, Dr. Carmody and Siobhan and Lisa. So it's just a wonderful thing to have happening. And, I'm going to answer Lisa's question about where do I see us going. You know, when I started, I was looking for answers. And the way we expanded and grew is we just kept sharing. And the community grew, and the community kept sharing. And more people came and joined the community. At this point, we're close to over 40,000 worldwide who participate. Not in everything. They come, they go, they're on our news list, they check in. Some are much more engaged than others. But that's mind blowing.
Mhm.
And I see that lipedema is becoming more recognized as an entity. It's not so foreign anymore. It's not so mysterious anymore. And I think from a research perspective, and from a treatment perspective. We are really expanding, growing, and providing more options for women who have lipedema. And I think that's always been a bottom line, is how do we help women to help themselves? Excuse me.
Mm.
I'm just getting over bronchitis.
I think this is a perfect pause for people to take that in for a second, right? Because this isn't just one size fits all. What you've created and what I'm so inspired by to be a part of is that each of us, our own lived experience in our body with all the different diets and things we've tried and the complexities of our own system, plus our own unique living experience and working experience. What I really, really appreciate is that this isn't just go get liposuction, which is an option for many, many people, but it's really about tuning into your body, partnering with your healthcare provider and your families and your employers to live your best life. And it's really about us getting clear on what matters and what's going on in our own system. And so you even coughing for a moment with bronchitis, like what's it like with bronchitis and lipedema is different than someone who just has bronchitis.
Yeah, it's more.
Right? It's a different lived experience, and I'm very inspired by the community, these 40,000 folks who are participating in whatever way works for them. Um,
Yeah,
it
me
feels
too.
like a swell and a movement, and we're just getting started, right? Like, here we go. I mean, it's just fabulous what's been done and where it's going is just exploding.
Dana asks if there will be a link. As far as I know, yes, the conference is in English. I'll put the link up again and you can get information right on the website. Let's see. Oh, hi, Wilma from Shetland. She's having trouble. She's recovering from a Baker's cyst and she can't sleep for the pain. Yes. And it is common with leg problems. One of the things I would suggest, you're in the UK, so uh, is that a lot of us use and find very, very helpful is CBD, but it has to be organic and it has to be as pure as you can get it. So send me an email and I will forward it to our expert and he can at least give you some guidance because it can help interimly. I had similar issues, not with a Baker cyst, but when I had a lot of pain with surgery. For me, it was a hip replacement and it was the CBD that got me through it. So that might be helpful. And the link for the Lipedema World Congress is on the banner right below. So be sure to grab that. And oh, Lisa, thank you. I love working with you. The thing that I envision is Lisa. We were in a meeting and she said, "Excuse me, but I'm going to put on my business hat." And I'm like, "Thank God for your business hat." We need that because that's how we're going to grow and expand and be able to serve, which is the bottom line of our mission. Our big why, you'll hear us say it in many different ways, is to serve women who have lipedema or who trying to find out. We have many exciting things coming up. Our event is at the end of October. Stay tuned. Be sure to sign up if you haven't already for our upcoming, I'm looking for it now, our upcoming free webinar where we'll talk a lot about, if I can find it. I just had it a minute ago. We're going to be talking about nutrition. Siobhan will be talking about nutrition. And here it is. I found it. And this is the link where you can sign up. And I think that brings this vlog to a close. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your kindness and reaching out and emails and texts and social media stuff. We really appreciate it. And thank you, Lisa.
Catherine, thank you for having me. Thank you for partnering with me, and thank you for helping me figure out what was going on in my body before it was too late. I am forever grateful, and I know that your community on this vlog, I'm sure they're going to give you, as you say, the hearts and lots of love because you are a pioneer, and I'm just honored to be in this with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Julie says, yes, it's heart to heart. We'll be at the heart to heart event. And Dana's just getting back from cellulitis. How do you get your leg size back to original size before the cellulitis? Make sure you work with your lymphatic therapist. There's wrapping, there's compression garments. You need to be very careful with all of that. So be sure to work with a professional. Get to a lymphedema therapist, and and he or she will be able to help you. And it will take more of your own effort as well. So, all right, everyone. Thank you. So lovely to see you. And we'll be